Ambake unyon weyo.
Dibo nyon de ka wa ti ke nyon. Zan da ya yok ma lo nyon ti. Ya yo ta won yo le yo ko po ya o yo.
Na nyon weya.
Dibo nyon de si bo ni ya yok ma lo nyon ti.
Oh, nyon so asan di ti, men le dum la. Weyo le.
Good day, welcome wherever you are. What a pleasant way. We would love to welcome you to another brand new edition of Issues of Today, coming to you live from Monrovia. And of course, today is a very special edition of it, as we will be crossing over to across Liberia to get the latest coming outside of Liberia. Inside of Liberia. And today, of course, our focus will be on the issue of rape. Today is day 3 of the anti-rape campaign in Liberia. So hopefully we're going to be going across Liberia to talk about some of the protests. And today has been a very tense day in Monserrate County, Monrovia to be specific. But before we come to Monrovia, let's go to Ganta Nima County, where our contributor Jan Flomo is standing by to just bring us up to speed what is happening there in Ganta City, Nima County. Okay, Jan, good afternoon. How are you?
Well,
good afternoon, Jan. Are you getting me? Good afternoon. How is Ganta this afternoon from your end?
Well, Ghana is relatively kind. We enjoy a very fair weather, and I can say normal activities are going on.
Today is day 3 of the anti-rape campaign protest. So how is it? How has it been in Ganta this hour?
Well, I can say very peaceful. In fact, it was so interesting. The protesters were peaceful and they allowed normal flow of traffic, although the presence of the police were not felt because in the crowd did not see police. From around the mirror and the branch towards the Lusansel MTN.
Yes, go ahead, Jan. I'm listening to it. It seems that we just receiving some break but go ahead, Jan.
Okay, like I was saying, so they paraded the ministries of the city. They went through the Guinea Road intersection, and then they came the pass. They went through the Lusansel MTN around the port, and they turned around. They came back at the MP gas station, Central Gomban City, opposite the most talk about F2. So they were able to make invite some guys who were like able to serve as speakers today, especially on messages against rape.
So, what are some of the messages that they have been saying so far?
Well, that we spoke with the leader of the group, Abigail Freeman. She expressed her own disappointment in the judiciary system, where in Nima, I'm told about 69 rape cases since January of the present. So the way the cases recent, they were the one who told the struggle that led to this perpetrator who was just written report, the alleged perpetrator who raped a 4-year-old girl within the Glendy community. Based on the first day of the advocacy, the court in Gompa City was able to transfer this guy to the central prison and waiting trial. So they have been experiencing their own the way the rape issues in Liberia have been handled. There have been no penalty. In fact, perpetrators have been doing it and going scot-free. So this time they were calling on the government to stand strong because they were saying rape is on the outbreak in Liberia. So they were not safe in the advocacy area to allow rape to overtake Liberia, and especially Lima and other parts of the world. So they were saying out a very strong message out to the government to accept the petitions to allow people to gather themselves to express themselves, especially against rape. And one of the speakers were J. Arizona Nyan Jr., the executive director for Chess Liberia, where he also spoke about a lot of issues that have been compromised in Lima County when it comes to the issue of rape. So they were still very strong, and they were like praying and hoping that the president will adhere to the messages today, especially with thousands turning out in the numbers against rape.
Okay, yeah, have they gone to their various houses now as to speak, or I mean, have they left the street now? Yeah.
Well, they've been here since this morning. I'm told what they told me when they were going to sleep here until the message can be heard. And I still have some of them around the corner, and some of them were like taking break because they said they're going to sleep here. And I have the viewer, Abigail Freeman. She's
Okay,
still
let's
around.
speak to the leader. Let's just speak to one of
Okay,
them.
okay, Abigail Freeman, welcome. So Abigail Freeman is from Abigail Freeman. She's the one who was actually behind this process. And so, like you say, welcome to Liberia Public Radio and Mark Down for the question.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
So, Madam Freeman, welcome. Madam Freeman, welcome to Liberia Public Radio. So, how is it like now? Are you people tired now? Going home now?
Thank, thank you so much.
Asking whether you people are now done for the day and are going now. So, what's the main message here you people are sending out government? Well, it seems that Madam Freeman is not getting me. She's not hearing me. But hello, Madam Freeman, are you there? We seems to be facing some network problem, but however, howbeit, we will continue. We hope to go back to Ian Flomo Jr. They're live from the line in Ganta, Nema Kante. You watching a special edition of Issues of Today live. Okay, we have now back on the line Madam Flomo, the lead of the protest today in Ganta against anti-rape in the country. So I was asking you before the network was giving some problem. How was it? I mean, what message are you sending out to government?
Mark, are you there?
I'm asking what message are you sending out to government? Well, they seems not to be hearing me, but this is Issues of Today live from Liberia Public Radio. Wherever you are, we want to say welcome to it. We were hoping to go back to Ganta City, Nimakante, to speak to our man Jan Flomo. We are also anticipating some of our guys from Madam Freeman is now back
You
on the
hearing me
line.
now?
I was asking, yes, go asking if what message you were
Okay.
sending out to government today.
So we have been doing a lot since the 25th, and we concluding today. So we having like you say march for justice, and we are under the umbrella of the affiliation of women and child rights activists that are calling the president to declare the issue of rape as a national emergency, because from the onset of the COVID-19 or from the beginning of this year, we have had over 958 cases of rape. And I tell you, many of these cases are being raped. They are under the age, or like you said, they are between the age. I mean, that's the reason we all gather here in Nimba on the 25th in solidarity with our brothers and sisters across Liberia to see how we can be able to create awareness about the issue of rape and sexual abuses, to see how we can also engage our local stakeholders to take the extra step to support our fight in any rape in Liberia. So this was a solidarity
So,
protest,
Madam
and this
Freeman, hello, specifically in Nimba, have there been uh, more cases of rape in Nimba that prompted
Yeah,
your
yeah.
march or your solidarity march
Nima is
with
one of the
your
highest.
colleagues in other parts of Liberia?
Nima is one of the highest county that is reporting the cases of rape and sexual abuses on a daily basis. Um, just few days ago, a 4 years old was raped by a 36 years old man. And I tell you, we make a significant impact when we started our advocacy. On the 25th, that man was arrested. He was forwarded to the magistrate court, and we went over there at the court. He was charged already. We went over there at the court, pressuring the magistrate to send him to Sanicole at the prison to serve his pretrial detention because the magistrate do not have the jurisdiction to try cases of rape. So we make sure that that man left. In fact, we students, young people, we rally around, we collected money, we charter a vehicle because the court said they don't have a vehicle to transport him. We rally around and we charter a vehicle to transport the alleged perpetrator over to Senegal. So I think it was a major breakthrough for us. And we are also following that, ensuring that that man passed through the justice system the perfect way. Also, we sent for a lot of messages. We're also calling for the dismissal of Judge Hector Fuega for the fact that he presided over the rape court, and over the past time he have freed alleged rapists on medical bill, and some of them have even crossed over to neighboring Guinea. As per all of our intelligence and our information we gather about these suspected rapists. So enough is enough. That's why you see young people of Lima are all here today to see how we can champion first on behalf of our brothers, on behalf of our sisters, because men are even being sodomized on a daily basis, and on behalf of our mothers. A few weeks ago, we also went to Senegal and we had a massive protest in Senegal asking for the rearrest of the alleged rapists that were free on medical bill because they are going a long time, and in fact, they are even parading the streets. We are seeing it on a daily basis, and you and I know rape is a lifelong hunting experience. If the survivor will see
Okay, we seems to be losing her there in Ganta. Let's see what we can go back to Yan. But you are watching special edition of Issues of Today live on Liberia Public Radio. Yan is our contributor from Nima Dina Television. He has been talking to Manan Freeman, the lead for today's protests in
hello.
Ganta. So we're hoping that we can get back to them if at all the network permits. Oh, okay, so let's go back to them. Yes, you were to speak. Sorry for the network problem, but so today is the last day. Do you think that this protest has sent out a very strong message to who will be perpetrators?
Yes, it has sent out a very strong message, and I tell you, the people of Lima have decided because in every corner, people are calling us, come this way, come that way. People are even coming to report cases to us. So it's a major breakthrough because in the past, people have never done that. So we have made a significant progress in Lima, and this is something that we won't stop. We won't stop. This protest was a national protest that is meant to send forth signal to our government and to also to the international community because of the increase of rape in Liberia. So as I said, this is not only happening in Lima, but in Monrovia also today. And the disappointing thing about it today in Monrovia, our president, who claimed to be the chief feminist, ordered the police to brutalize peaceful young men and women, including children, that assembled this morning at our moment of protest. It is very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. It couldn't force the president anything to come forth to these young people to accept our petition. We are petitioning him. We say call us a national emergency due to the increase of rape. It's not a big thing to do. It is not a big thing to do, but we are so
But
disappointed.
Madam
This
Freeman,
government.
hello, they are saying that the president, you have the legislature, and who is responsible for lawmaking. So the president cannot be the one to just unilaterally say today we're making rape a national emergency, and today we SYZ law will be against rapists.
that we're in. The president got a lot of influence. The president have a lot of means of pushing his agenda. You and I know very well. If this thing was in favor of the president, he could have pushed that to the letter. He could have pushed that to the letter. But because it's in favor of the masses, he has decided to abandon us. And this thing, the president was our target. We did not target the national legislature. If we targeted them, we're going to reach out to them. If we targeted all of the agencies, we could have reached out to them. But we told him, Mr. President, in fact, a few weeks ago, he even wrote a communication pledging his support to fighting against rape. So how come this young president that we have, like let's just say energetic president that we have, that seems to be our chief feminist, pledge his support towards fighting rape? Then we are having a national protest about rape. He failed to listen to us. He failed to come and receive a petition. It is a high level of deception. This president is not in the interest of Liberian women.
So you think by the president? You think by the
Children
president?
are dying on a daily basis. There are a lot of cases of sexual gender-based violence.
Yes, I'm saying by the president receiving this petition in person, you think it's going to have more weight as compared to he designating someone to take the petition on his behalf?
Hello?
Yes, are you getting me? I'm asking if you think the president receiving the petition is going to be more weight, going to gain more weight as compared to he designating or the minister responsible to go and receive the petition on the president's behalf. Madam Freeman, are you hearing me? I'm asking if the president, I mean, why under the president you people want to receive this petition? We sincerely apologize for losing our man Jan Flomo Jr., who was on the line, also with the lead campaigner for the anti-rape campaign in Nimba County. Madam Freeman, who was very much. But let's see what I can get back to Jan for just a few minutes. Then, of course, we can get to Ola. Okay, Madam Freeman, are you getting me now? I was asking why under the president you people want to receive this petition?
Yeah, so we decided to petition the president because for every great thing, she starts from the head. If this government can stand up to fight against rape, it should start from the president, right? And we believe that the president have a high level of influence. The minister in order, right? You understand me? We'll go in order. But this president, if he refuses to accept our petition, and then the gender minister is also undermining us. She's supposed to be in our protest morning, evening, night with those protesters. She's supposed to be with us, including all of the deputy ministers. They should have been with us, but for the fact that they refuse to be with us, they refuse to join solidarity with us, with mothers, youth, women, girls of Liberia, is a serious disappointment. And I want to say to you, Mr. President, if you claim to be a feminist in chief, you got to take the extra step. So, dear man, Ellen Johnson said, "What she jumped? Peaceful protesters today at Face Market. What's the big deal about you, Mr. President, going to receive petition? I don't see nothing wrong with that. Seriously, I don't see nothing wrong with that. So we normally say we are unprotected. We are seeing it today that we are unprotected. But the fact that this police under the presidency of President George Weah will order the brutalization of peaceful citizens, it shows that we are unprotected. We are indeed unprotected. We want to say enough is enough. If the president wants to challenge the young people, will challenge it. But the fact that we young people constitute 68% of the population, we can do anything. We can lock down the entire 50 counties. We can stop government operation. We have the power to do that.
We just hope that Freeman, we just hope that we don't lock down the entire country. So
Because we want
What's
to
the
be
final
peaceful.
message to the
We want to be
president?
peaceful. We want to be peaceful. That's the reason we are in our county holding our placard saying say no to rape. Mr. President, we want to give you a mandate. Our colleagues that were
Where we seem to be losing comfort, Freeman again.
that today about that rape and gender-based violence. We need a safe environment for our daughters, our mothers, and ourselves. The issue of rape is not about us because even male are sodomized on a daily basis. So we want to send forth this message to every one of us. This thing is not political. It is about human rights issue. We are from diverse backgrounds coming together championing forces. So I want to tell the government of like, brother, this is not a political protest. I want to tell the community this is not a political protest. This is about human rights, and you all should join solidarity with us in any rape in Liberia. Thank you so much.
Thank you ever so much, Comfort. So let's go back to Yan. Yan, you have been very splendid uh, uh, with information coming from Nimba. Yan, so apart from today's situation, just tell us in 2 minutes what are some of the activities ongoing apart from today's situation?
Well, thank you so much. Like I said, no activities are just going. While we now making it of this, the people getting prepared for this big tournament. And day before yesterday, it was the civil society, the chapter, and they were calling for a major press conference as to giving out their plight on the just and the county council city with series of recommendations. But for now, the activities in Kanta is normal, and we happy to verify whether it was just that this morning and this afternoon. We're happy students sitting on the street and protesters protesting, bringing an end to rape in Liberia.
Yeah, it's been a very much pleasure time having you live on the line from Ganta, and as we can see behind you, normal activities are ongoing in Ganta City, Nima County. So this is the way of technology, Liberia Public Radio in collaboration with Nima Dina Television. We're going to be up. We're going to be on top of it, as especially as we approach the uh, December 8th senatorial meeting election across Liberia. Thank you all so much, Nya.
Well, thank you so much, Mark. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, this is issue of today. You've been listening to our correspondent, I mean our contributor, Yan Flomo Junior, there on the line from Ganta City, Nimakande. He was just telling us about unfolding there. You also heard the lady who is the lead campaigner for today's protest in Ganta. You heard her very clear, loud and clear, but we will now cross to our Banga Bureau, where our Banga Bureau chief, our Bon County Bureau chief, Beate Tando, is standing by to fill us in with the latest from that area. Beate is the head of our bureau in Central Liberia, specifically in Banga City, Bon County. Beate, good afternoon from your end. Can you unmute your microphone? Your microphone is still muted. Hello, Beaten, are you there? Well, Beaten seems not to be hearing me, but let's see if we can just go back. Beaten, are you there? Just unmute your microphone. Your microphone is still muted, so you will not hear me. Hello, Beaten. Okay, we are not just getting Beaten Tanlo, our man from Banga, but you are watching a special edition of Issues of Today live from our main studio here in Monrovia. Wherever you are, we want to welcome you. We are also hoping to talk to an activist from Lofa County who has been leading process of infringement on the rights of some community people there on their forest on the Wanagisi proposed Wanagisi reserve. We hope to be hearing from Julius Howard. Julius Howard is there in Vonjama City, Lofa County. So we'll be talking to him. Let's see whether Julius is not ready. Julius, good afternoon. Julius, good afternoon. You are live from Liberia Public Radio.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. And let me say good afternoon to everyone listening to us. And a pleasant day to all of you in Monrovia.
Okay, Julius, recently you have been talking about some infringement by people within the forestry sector of our country. Just bring us up to speed and what is happening there.
Well, yes, my concern has been over the inhumane treatment that the Forestry Development Authority, in partnership with the Funa and Flora International and the Skills and Agriculture Development Services, but that happen to be the three implementing partners for this whole conservation thing of the Wanagizi proposed protected area by imposing on our people. And it will interest you to know that in recent time, 7 poor farmers were arrested and taken to the Zozo Ministerial Court and when they were forced, some of them were forced rather to pay some 20,000 dollars, some 10,000, title up to 50,000 dollars. And the Forestry Development Authority in no context has provided any alternative livelihood means for them. I see that to be a complete infringement and violation of their human rights.
And so, have the community formally communicated this to the authority of the FDA, and what is the FDA doing about this? Since in fact you have been taking on this with authorities of FDA.
Thank you. I am an essential community element, trusted by the people for whom, and much besides, I have communicated with the national director of the Funa and Flora International through an email communication that I sent, but she refused to in any way respond to my mail on ground of the few the issues that I just raised. And besides, giving environment, especially in Liberia, not just Liberia, but the whole world at large. But the issue is, if you ask someone to leave the forest, that's a very good thing because we're trying to conserve the forest for our own good. But what are they going to be eating when they will have left the forest? And there are too many issues in the environment. Those who dwell on the forest, 100%, I mean, they are asked to leave the forest when the very town people have deliberately refused to provide them parcel of land, at least for their own survival. How do they live? As I speak to you right now, more than 100 persons and plus are living in the town here, just roaming about without food to eat, with their wives and children because they are the breadwinner and they don't have anything doing. They just roaming around. Some of them may end up stealing. Some may end up crediting and may not have the means of paying the money back. That which will end up to court. And when it ends up to court, it increases community conflict. Some may even die of starvation because they want to maintain their integrity. So you see what the FDA and partners are doing in the name of conserving the forest. Have they come to conserve the forest at the detriment of the very community members that are benefiting? I think there should be human rights organizations that should be venturing into those kind of investigations to make sure that the FDA and partners will have to get back on the chalkboard to see what they can do in the best interest of the community.
So since you rating the social I call it officer from FDA, Mr. James Padaye, what has he said so far? What he's been saying about this, about the concern?
Yes, you are a naturalist. You are concerned with everything associated with natural issues and the whole in the whole environment. And I'm talking about Liberia. And you know very well how slow sometimes the Liberian system of things are looking. James Padaye in no way responded to me. In fact, the only thing he said to me is, which entity do you work for? And my bosses are asking that the entity you work for. And my disclaimer is very clear in the communication that I said. My concern is you have asked the people to leave the forest, which is a very good thing. I support you in that 200%. But what are they going to be eating when they will have left the forest as it stands right now? He did not respond to me. He would have swiftly said to me, thanks, and I received the mail. What's the next reaction? I don't know. But again, this is an information that is confirmed that just tomorrow they are supposed to be in the very environment where I sit right now and talk to you on ground that they are coming to do some fact-finding and consultation in relation to this whole thing. Now, see what they are done. They intended to involve the local county legislative caucus. The communication, I think, which is still in route going, How do you intend to have our lawmakers involved into this whole thing when, in fact, their time of sitting has been extended? Tomorrow they were supposed to have closed, but as it stands right now, government has just expanded their time. So you think the lawmakers will be available, and that's how they're doing their planning and things. Normally, they don't bring essential people; they bring people who use authority to impose, punishment on people that have not even been put to place. Okay, on the part of the judiciary, how will you impose a law? How will you enforce a law that has not even been made? I mean, it's a clear understanding. The community has not come up. The community has not come out with any law.
So, Mr. Howell, how serious is this? How serious is this issue?
This is a very.
Yes, go ahead.
This is a very serious issue, Mark. This is a very serious issue, Mark. We are talking about an issue involving the lives of the community members. The community that is in dire need of assistance. The community that is in dire need of the involvement of human rights organizations. We are talking about the lives of children. We are talking about the lives of women who are here and roaming around without food to eat. Some might die of starvation because they got nothing eating, and their sources of livelihood has just been seized. Okay. And without any alternative. Okay, no. Listen, this is one issue. The people came out, FDA came out as a way of trying to create what they call the farmer fee school. Accordingly, the farmer fee school is a system put to place for the people to know how to farm one place sustainably, and so that the soil will not get exhausted of growing the kind of crop they grow there. Okay, they brought two gentlemen to train our poor women, and
in the farmer fee school, people are also been taught. Hello, Williams. Julius. I'm just trying to add up that in the farmer fee school, people are also been taught about how to maintain their cocoa and some other crops. Am I right?
In fact, it is just this year that they started talking about cocoa. Over the past 4 years, when they've been on this whole farmer fee school thing. Okay, this is the interesting part of it. The teacher who is teaching our poor farmers on how to farm sustainably in one place just said to me that he trained over 1,000 persons over the time. That's a very good number. And if 1,000 persons, 1,000 trained farmers on this whole sustainable livelihood something farming is in a community, then it means that they should have something to contribute. But as it stands, my question to him is, thank you very much. But of the 1,000 trained farmers now, how many of them got their own farm that they can even provide one household with 1 kilo of pepper? You cannot point out that. And I too, who live in the community, can point out that. You think they're making any sense? They're not making any progress, my brother. And besides that, the issue is, if you have trained 1,000 farmers on how to grow pepper, in Lofa, for example, now if the example, we live in Lofa, how many persons in Lofa County can eat 1 kilo of pepper then to go sleep? And you think they can? Okay, this is a teacher that came in the community to train the people on how to plant peanut. The people already learn how to plant peanut because they want to manage the soil. Okay, no problem. They taught our people, our women, 6 good months how to plant peanut. They planted 50 kilo of peanut, and they were only able to harvest, to uproot from there 2 onion bags from there. So 50 kilo? So when ordinary farmers who don't know anything, who did not go to school.
In your word, this is not making any sense. It's not beneficial to the community.
It's not beneficial, and some of them have already broken apart. It will interest you to know that the groups were uptighted. Tighter persons in one group. But as it stands right now, you go, you check there to where you think they got interest in it. The people, the community does not have interest in it because it's not making any impact on their lives. Rather, it's carrying them backward. It's getting some of them indebted because they got to attend the farmer fee school, and as a result, they got to eat in the farmer fee school.
Hello, Williams. It seems that we lost William on the phone line there from Vonjama City, Lofa County, but you still
anything. The FDA is not providing any alternative like the way.
Hello, William. Mr. Howard, are you still around? Okay, we just finally lost him on the line. You are still watching a very special edition of Issues of Today live on Liberia Public Radio. My name is Mark. We just take a brief out to be right back. When we come back, our Central Liberia Bureau Chief, Beate Tano, is now set to bring us up to speed. But let me just conclude with William. Williams, Howard, Julius Howard, rather. Yes, we were talking about this. He said, finally, you were saying that all of what the farmer field school and all of conservationists are trying to tell the people, these are not anything beneficiary to the people.
They are not. They are not benefiting anything right now. In fact, I scanned through the write-up of the Fauna and Flora International, and it says that the community should benefit as a result of carrying on the conservation. Well, the conservation process is already ongoing. As it stands right now, some of the forest guards just came from the forest. Mark, 7 farmers were arrested, like I said to you earlier, as taken to the source of ministerial code, and they were penalized on ground that they have violated conservation policy. Where is that policy? Has the community made law that if you violate this, you will be taken to court? So the FDA has already started taking our farmers to court.
The community forestry law, Julius, are you not aware of the community forestry law? The community forestry law of 2009 and the forest reform law of 2006. When you read all of these, I think it has something to talk about conservation, how the community people should take care of their forests.
Mark, I just said to you that when in 2014, FFR, the Fauna and Flora International, started training journalists on how to make conservation report, I was part of the 86 journalists that were trained in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. And everything associated with conservation, I am in the loophole. I know everything about it. And then understanding the nature, my point is not necessarily about whether or not the people should carry on the conservation. In fact, I support the conservation 100%. My point is the human rights abuse and violation. When I mean abuse, I'm talking about they have already bought the very leaders in the community. They have come to work in line with townships and other people who they will use to enforce everything that they put to place and leaving behind the rights of the people that has to do with the inalienable rights, in fact. The right to life is a very important thing. So if you ask the man to leave the forest, because the man is leaving the forest, as you said, the 2009-12 community forestry law imposes something on government owning the forest. So does that necessarily mean that the government has come to conserve the forest against at the detriment of the people who live there without providing any alternative livelihood? Okay. It cannot be so, and it can be serious. The government in no way and at no possible point will be in the readiness to kill people because they want to keep the forest. I don't see that necessary.
Okay, thank you all so much, Julius Howard, for that information. And of course, we're just hoping that the FDA and others, people responsible for forestry activities in Liberia.
This drama will be sweet.
Okay.
I know they are listening, but they are listening and will pay deaf ear to everything. Because I'm saying they will pay deaf ear to everything because they came and met a community. I mean, there's too many problems in the community. Evident by those who are living in the forest do not have anywhere to farm. And so they have come to treat them on farmer field school. When you treat them on how to make that their farmer field school, where are they going to make the farm? In the air, when they do not have anywhere to make farm. But you should have first communicated with the very town people for them to provide some parts of land for the guys to be making their farm after training them on the farmer field school.
Howard, thank you so much. We having some program just joining into our stuff here. So we want to say thank you. We have some technical hitch up that leading some of our program to join one another. We say our sincere apology, but you are watching Issues of Today live from Liberia Public Radio Television. We are also online at www.liberiapublicradio.com. So wherever you are, I want to say welcome and thanks for joining us. It's 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., where our New England Bureau is based. So I want to welcome every one of you in case you just come our way. Welcome back. Wherever you are watching us, we want to say thank you ever so much for joining us. Now we're coming back to Monserrado County, where have been the epicenter of the epicenter of the demonstration, and this demonstration is about rape in Liberia. The anti-rape campaign is started on the 25th of August, and it is continuing today. So, as we speak, today is day two of it. Day two of it. I mean, day three of it, and it will go. It will be continuing as well. So, we were trying to get to our Central Liberia Bureau Chief, Belton Tano, but we were not just getting. Let's see whether he is now on the line. If we can get him on telephone line, but Belton seems not to be answering. So in Monrovia, where our main studio is based, there have been series of demonstrations everywhere. The city, almost everywhere. But a noticeable one was at two locations today. The some group were at the U.S. Embassy, where according to them they've gone to present petition statement to the U.S. Embassy, so that rape can be taken as a very serious issue in Liberia. According to them, the government is not willing to to take the issue of rape as a very serious thing. So they are now calling the international community to see to it that people can be involved, the foreign power can be involved. But another part to this whole situation, which have been side and many people have been condemning in Liberia, is the issue of brutality. Um, there have been reports of police brutality on peaceful demonstrators in the capital here. As you will see, some of the images that we have been just showing. Uh, there were a few arrests made according to the police. So as you can see there, a lady was fought prey to PSU officer. I don't know what is PSU. I'm not identifying that badge no more regularly, but I think it was there were some few PSU officers of the Liberian National Police that were involved with that. I don't know where the order came from, because for the past 2 days that this demonstration was taking place, it was not this way. But unfortunately, today we've been getting reports, we've been following the issue via different networks and via our correspondents who are across the country about this issue. I mean, across most of our country about this issue. And this is a very serious issue. uh, Today, at another location that we vividly recall was at the fish market. The fish market is located near the former president's house, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf house. So today, the former president Sirleaf went there among the crowd. Uh, as you can see, she went there to speak with the protesters, but we were following this issue. President Sally did not make any statement actually because of the crowd, and then there were jubilation. People were asking, were saying, "Oh, thank you, our mother." This rape thing, we didn't see any such kinds of rape issue during your tenure, but let's see what we can go back to Bon County to talk to our man Beatin Tando there now, who is now ready. Good afternoon, Beatin. How are you? Beatin, good afternoon. Hello, Beatin. Are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark, and good
We are
afternoon,
we are barely hearing you, Beatin. I think you can just call on the other line directly.
Dr. Mark, good afternoon. I'm getting you loud.
But we still not. I mean, you are coming in broken. I can hear you clearly, but for the audience to get you clearly is another issue. So, hello, Beatin. Are you still there? Hello, Beatin.
All right, let me do that.
Okay, we're not just getting Beatin, but So today it was a very much a scene, dramatic scene, a scene to witness when the former president today went at the protest site, at one of the protest sites somewhere in the fish market area, that just a stone throw from her resident and her residence in Congo Town. So she have gone there to speak with the protesters, but unfortunately, she was not able to speak with them because of the way the protesters were, and there were a lot of them who were uh, chanting slogans and so much. So today is day 3 of it, and like I said, demonstrations have been taking place across Liberia and so much. So let's go back to the line to talk to our man Bertin to bring us up to speed about Bon Kante. What is Bon Kante making of this? Bertin, good afternoon from your end.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike, and good afternoon to our people today.
Oh my gracious, Bertin, I mistakenly took you off the line, but you can just call back and we will get you right away. So former President Salif, as you can see her there in the crowd, she was uh, among the crowd when she was like trying to speak to them. But let's go back to Bon Kante. Bertin is back on the line. Bertin, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike, and good afternoon to our people today.
Okay, just bring us up to speed about the latest today's demonstration across Liberia.
Because these have been issues where some murder totally are frustrated about the present situation that going on about raping girls, children. So it was done today where thousands of citizens of Bon County took the street, and if we hear from the back, we are tired of our government. Am I correct?
Yes, you are loud and clear, Bertin. Go ahead.
Okay, there were a lot of young people and mothers at the back of the protest crying, by governance, we need a good leader. Why we are dying? Why no justice? Why you people are raping us? There were tears in the eyes today where there was a petition that was presented to national government and was received by the superintendent of Bon County, Mana Esther Yama Walker.
And so, what was the petition saying?
It's not about to call government attention within this petition. You will understand that the citizens are saying that when anybody rape in this country, they should kill this person, and you should not take side. And they need justice because there have been a lot of cases where when anytime rape case go to a police station, some say it cannot be handled properly. So there have been a men attitude habit to rape little children. So they have got the national government to take serious steps, and they were also fighting for justice.
And so were they part of the 3 days protest?
Yes, it started yesterday. Today they never stayed on there because when the petition was presented to national government, they left the street. But 3 days they've been doing it. The first day was not too quickly, and then it was a minute, and the second day was full, and today was very full. But still, the message went across. The first day it was minor, but it was something that they were trying to fight for justice, and they are still fighting for justice, as to say.
So let's talk about Bon Kante itself. How prevalent the issue of rape is recorded in Bon Kante?
Yeah, these have become issues where I don't know because Bon County, there have been some cases of rape in Bon County also as well. And Mark, on our system radio on the world, you understand that the issue of rape is going on across. Yeah, rape in this have been going to police station on a daily basis, and they will get it pending investigation. I think with this step taken by citizens, I think national government will see reason to investigate any rape case that enter any police station as soon as possible. Because this is what people were saying, that people pay for rape cases in this country. This is why I'm going beyond people understanding now in the country.
So we are. Do you think messages that are coming from across from activists and from protesters, government will listen to this?
Yeah, government, there was a song I like, a man that I really remember on day before yesterday, that bad government, why are you treating us like this? We don't have leaders. Yeah, and that song touches my soul, and I started to contemplate about what the meaning of this. And my own wonderment, there was already at the back of this demonstration. They were crying, why no justice? Why governance? Why no justice? So national government need to see reason, because you are there. The people make government. If you're not speaking in the interest, if you're not doing it in their interest, understand that everything has come. That's what some people are saying. Everything has come, but today, government will listen. And national government has to listen. Because they are the same people who stood under the sun, under the rain, and voted them into power to represent them. And there was others speaking. Where are our representation at the House of Elders in that demonstration? Where are our representation at the House of Elders? Where are they? They are waiting for capital again. While all our children are being raped. There was a lot of music coming out for this protest. That if government officials don't listen to the people, they will see. Sometimes we fall for positive things, but they say they are making their mind for better leader and for better life.
Okay, thank you ever so much, Bertin.
And so another issue here again, where
yes.
by the grace of God.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another issue is that again, by the grace of God, tomorrow we will be having a visitor from the Kokoya Statutory District from Energy Go Mining Company. There have been a lot of cries that he wants to speak to Labrador Public Radio, but somebody brought a message and I tried to invite him. He's one of the poorest, let me say, in one of the richest districts in Bon County. Because Kokoya Statutory District have resources, but they certainly are living after poverty. Now, what do I mean by this? The assessors who live in Kokoya, they live on this alluvial money, and every part of that district has been seized by energy gold. There is no source of living, as they say. And now he was under Gapo when he was shot by a new gunman at energy gold fence. But later on, when they talking to energy gold fence at their clinic there, they gathered our post said that only paracetamol and antibiotic can get in. And at that time, almost close to 6 gunshots were in his head.
Wow. So have the gunshots been removed from his head?
Yeah, that's why I'm coming to now. In his leg. Yeah.
Okay.
And after the talking that there was a pain, 2 days, the guy gave him paracetamol and antibiotics. And he saw to him one of Peter Wonga. And so told the management that my dad is dying slowly. He is the only person I have. What can we do now? I don't think you can solve this problem. We are heavens. And the human resource at Energy Gold is said they don't know what they call heavens. So they are not responsible to do anything. So what he did, he took his father to a herbalist. And each of the gunshot, one was $18. And almost, I can say, now was into a hitch. Which of course, he brought some documents, and we try to see how best we can discuss the issue for other people that are outside there for both countries. We'll get the one is for 40 years.
Okay.
So after that, he left in the hospital. They returned him.
While in the hospital, he was relieved from his position.
Yeah, he was released from his position without pay. And now after that, he said that he took the issue to other lawyers, Dr. Lawrence Butler, and he said that the case was played with, and he pulled, and now he's suffering from his leg. When you're taken to E&J, they did a surgery for some of the gunshot left there, and they heavily took some of the gunshot out. But now he cannot walk, and they said that if all the gunshot don't move, he'll be impotent. So he's calling on national government, And I asked him, what have been the position of your representation at the House of Elders, which is Honorable Junior Howard Hills? He said that they all are aware, Oloyala is aware, but they are not speaking to the issue. And he was pushing against, but he's poor, he don't have money. And he donated money, he asked the company to give him donated money. They refuse to give him donated money. So you don't have nobody. So you're fighting that the media can stop him. So as though you don't have nobody to fight against.
Bertrand, we're hoping to speak with him when you should have gotten there. We'll definitely speak with him. Thank you ever so much, Bertrand.
Okay, thank you for having me on the show this afternoon. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you ever so much. Our correspondent, our Central Liberia Bureau Chief, Bertrand Tango there. Bertrand Tango, coming, who was on the line all the way there from Banga City, Bon County. You are still watching a special edition of Issues of Today live from Liberia Public Radio. Keep tuned as we just take a few break. We'll just take a break and we'll come back. We'll just wrap it up here. Issues of Today. My name is Mark Dan, and it's coming out at 11:02 Eastern Standard Time, 11:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 3:02 p.m. in Liberia, Monrovia, Liberia. We want to say thank you ever so much for watching. Keep tuned. Liberia Public Radio, we are still here. We're talking about demonstration across Liberia today. And we were also trying to talk to our man Gus Young in Maryland County, but we are not getting Gus. But let's just take this quick musical break to be right back. Welcome back to Liberia Public Radio issues of today. Liberia Public Radio. Well, we've been looking at demonstration, the issue of demonstration in Liberia against rape, anti-rape. According to reports, there have been more than 900 cases of rape alone in 2020 alone since January this year. So they are calling on government to declare this as a national emergency. According to them, declaring it as a national emergency will be the only best solution because over and over there have been laws enacted against rape. Rape victims have continued to suffer rape in Liberia. So as such, this issue should come to an end by the government of Liberia, by the government declaring it as a national emergency. Declaring it as a national emergency, according to them, will be the best solution. So, in Liberia, Monrovia, there have been series of demonstrations. Like we were talking about, the two locations that caught our attention were at the American embassy, where a group of Liberians have gone there, and also where the former President Sirleaf have also gone to receive some to talk to some petitioners, people who are angry about this whole rape issue. The president was going. The former president has gone there to talk to those who were protesting, but according to the information we were following, she did not make any statement because of the crowd. So she was in clear solidarity. They have always talked about. I mean, they are initially talk about giving this petition to the president, the current president of Liberia, Dr. George Mane Sekozi Gbekugbewiya, so that it can be weighted, so that it can be like a very strong, because the president is the final arbiter of decision making in our country. So as such, they were calling on him to receive the petition, but the president has said no, I won't receive it. And I mean, he has said that he hasn't make any or formal statement according to what we've been following. But again, it's up to him. Liberians continue to call for the issue of rape, and the issue of rape should be declared a national emergency. You know, from national emergency period, it's going to go to emergency, because if it goes to that stage now, it means it getting serious. Because I can remember when this whole COVID-19 thing started, the Ministry of Health firstly as a national emergency. Later on, the ministry described it as a national disaster. I mean, a pandemic. It was graded to the level of pandemic, which is a global description about it now. Pandemic. It means an area where, and it was no longer an epidemic, so it becomes pandemic everywhere in Liberia, I mean across the world. So again, they are saying that rape should be declared national emergency. Wow, with the over 900 plus cases that have been reported in Liberia is actually alarming. So they are saying that this should be declared national emergency. You heard from a lady there, one female. I mean, yes, in Ganta, they too have been demonstrating there, have been protesting. Let me say protest, because the word demonstration sometimes when you use it, people don't interpret it the right way. Again, another aspect of it that we're going to conclude this whole thing on is the issue of brutality. As you can just see on on our screen there, a lady was raised to the ground by police. I can see three police officers standing over her. Uh, One of her legs is in the other police with a gun hand, and somebody, I don't know, this guy's trying to help to help her up, or trying to put her down. I don't know how this, what's the interpretation of this whole photo. So that's all the time we have to be with you. Is 3:11 p.m. in Liberia. We want to say thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks to all of our guys who have been on camera, and all our technical team from both in the US and all parts of Liberia who have been making sure that everything is set from our end here. From in studio in Monrovia, on behalf of the entire team here, my name is Mark Don. Have a wonderful time. Keep watching Liberia Public Radio, keep sharing, and of course, you will definitely enjoy. And uh, issues of today is in dining of sponsorship. If you sponsor this program, which is widely watched and widely listened to on 3 different channels on our Facebook, YouTube channel, and Twitter page, you can definitely not regret you having partnership with us. So it's going to be a very much fantastic one. And if you want for any partnership as such, let me just see what I can get. Add a number on the screen there so that you can call our local number so that you can have some partnership with us. Thanks ever so much to all those who have been watching. Let me read this other comment. Let me just highlight it and read it. Say, and yeah, Ben Man said these are things you should have done. Honor your leadership as a woman. Now you are up for photo opportunities as usual. I don't know who Ben. Who are you referring to? I think it's the former president. Where they said they wanted to see her, so that's why she had gone there. So I don't think this was just a photo taking opportunity, like you are saying, Ben. The former president, she's a stakeholder. She's still a stakeholder in to the Bole politics or to the Bole happenings of Liberia. So you cannot say she just went there for a photo taking opportunity, Ben. Well, that is left for you with your own interpretation. You're saying that the former president just went there to do a photo taking, to do some, all I may say in our morning photo way, the photo shoot. So she went there for photo shoot. Well, that is left for you. But again, she's a former president. Uh, she has the right to intervene, former presidents around the country, around the world, they serve now as ambassadors of peace. They serve as diplomat who, when they speak, people listen to. So I think it was from that backdrop that Her Excellency, the former president, uh, uh, has gone there today at the fish market to inquire what was going on with the young people, with those people who were protesting today. So, well, again, we will just put up our number for sponsorship. If you wish to be a part of this show, you can sponsor it by calling the number that we are about to screen right now. You will call it, and then we will definitely do business with you. And this is quite interesting. And if you do business with us, you will never regret it. You will definitely feel the weight. So this number on the screen there is the number that you can call and then be part of it. That's it. Let me just highlight it again. If you can just call it, you will definitely have the opportunity for your business and your products to be promoted on this show. This show again is in partnership with several other local community radio stations. That if you wish you be a sponsor of it, your programs or your products will be heard, will be talked about on several other community radio stations, and also via our website www.liberiapublicradio.com. So I want to say thank you ever so much for watching. My name is Mark. On behalf of the entire team here, once again, we want to say thank you. We just ended with some of the photos that we are just screaming over. As you can see, and several anti-rape campaign inscriptions that have been scripted on placards. So you can just see it for yourself. We don't have to read it because some of the wordings there are not good for listening. You can just see it, but they are not good for listening. Some of the wordings that are carved on the placards they are holding, they are not good for listening, for the listening ears, but you can see it for yourself. So that's it. We want to say thank ever so much for watching Liberia Public Radio. We're going to turn over now to our New England Bureau, where the rest of the day's broadcast is going to be coming to you from. On behalf of the entire team here, my name is Mark. Once again, thanks ever so much.
Ambake unyo weo.
Dibo nyoje ide, kawe atige nyo. Zanda ya yok malo nyote. Ya yo sa won yo le yo kuma po ya wo.
Na nyo awe.
Dibo nyoje ide, dibo ni ya yok malo nyote yo.
Oh, nyo so asan di ti. Menere dum la. We ole.